finish the installation of our carrier rail, we're going to need our drill with our Phillips number 2 driver head, our toggler bolts, our toggler screws, and in this case 1 wood screw, so we did hit a stud. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take our carrier rail template off the wall, just peel it right off, and then go by each hole and clean them up, like so. You're going to take a toggler bolt. Okay, we have the toggler bolt. Make sure that your metal's here straight. Insert it into the hole. Pull back. Align the plastic back up. Pull down on the grommet. Look down and make sure that you can see the metal hole inside the toggler plate. And then break off. And there's your toggler. Okay, one of the issues that you may come across when putting these toggler bolts into the holes is insulation that's inside the walls. So make sure as you're pulling that you can see the screw hole of the toggler bolt before you pull the grommet tight. We're going to continue with each one of the grommets. I'm putting the last toggler bolt in. But in this case, since we hit a stud, we're going to leave this open for the wood screw that we put in over the carrier rail. Now we're going to take our carrier rail and our toggler bolts. As we place it up on the wall, the first thing we're going to do is hand tighten each one of these onto the rail to make sure that we grab the toggler. We're going to leave the last hole where the wood screw goes for the last part of the installation of the carrier rail. Now that we've hand tightened all of our screws into the rail, we're going to take our drill. Very important step we need to do is make sure that we have it set to number 10 on our drill. We're also going to make sure that our rail is still level, because there is some play in the screw holes. And we check here and we are level. So we'll start slowly drilling our screws. As you hear that ratchet, it means you are good. Go ahead and move that level now. Continue with the rest of the bolts. Now we're going to take our wood screw and we're going to tighten it into the wall. There we go. When installing your carrier rail, it's very important that you make sure that the notch is facing up. Some of our units have a split carrier rail. We have a right and a left. It's very important we make sure that the notch is facing up and that the flange is on the outside. And as you see, we have two rails. We've already hand tightened the screws. Again, make sure that your drill is set to number 10 and that your level has your rail level. And we will tighten screws to the wall.